Okay, welcome to Speed Curves broadcast here. We have a great broadcast today. We are just now starting qualifying for the second round of the WEC Racing League. This is going to be a really exciting race. We got 14 people on the grid, and they are about to launch right now for qualifying. Looks like I ended up on the grid here. Let's quit out of the race here. Not sure how that happened. I was spectating. So bear with me here. Okay, we are back online. I am broadcasting here at Watkins Glen Raceway, which is in upstate New York. This track is about 3.4 miles long. This is the full circuit alternate, which means the chicane is not being used. We currently have 14 drivers on their outlap, so they are getting their tires warmed up. Collisions are off, so there will be no bumping and grinding here. They have the opportunity to run their race line, and this is going to be an exciting race. Currently, we have about 4 to 5 drivers that are running in the 157s, which is a very fast lap, and I do think we're going to see a 156 today. So, with that said, let's take a look at some driver info. And we are currently riding along with Forza Fun. Again, they are on their outlap, so there is no times that are coming in yet. And this is Watkins Glen full alternate. Exciting news, today we have, funny enough, this track is only about 2 hours from Syracuse, New York, and it's about an hour and a half from Scranton, New York, funny enough. So I was just informed recently that we have 2 special guests today in the stands watching the race. They heard about the WEC Racing Series and they had to come out and see it. That's going to be Dwight Schrute and Michael Scott. We want to welcome them, and we enjoyed the show. It's too bad it's no longer being produced, but we love watching all 6 seasons in the rerun. So we want to welcome them, and that should be a good time. So we now have completed our outlap, and it looks to me like we're riding along with Forza Fun right now. As our leader on the outlap is a 2-minute outlap, and again, that's going to be quickly erased here as we expect to see times fall by 3 to 4 seconds here. So let's go through the points as we follow along here. Currently, we have STR Eagle Eye leading the WEC Racing League Series, the Widowmaker Series, at 90 points. And Tech Q, who is not with us, we're not sure why he was not able to make it, but Tech Q is in second place with 86 points. So he is 4 points behind Eagle Eye, which is actually a considerable amount regarding how tight the points battle usually is. So a 4-point gap is pretty significant. So then we have F4R Float and F4R Scarhand tied for third with 85 points. Gump in fifth with 80, followed by Easty 77, Karis 75, and then Dragon, Cow Molester, Forza Fun are all in the low 70s with VMix as well. Then you got Detroit Popcorn, or Det Popcorn at 71 points, followed by Malone, Shades, and Gordy. So a close point spread, but really after today we're going to find out the real shakedown of the point spread after both races today, and it will give us a pretty good idea of who is going to be fighting for the championship. So right now with STR Eagle Eye in first place by 4 points, we really won't know until after today's racing how that's going to look. So ETR Warrior has just come across with a 157.7, which he is now our leader. He is on a provisional pole, and that is a very nice quick lap. I think that's going to fall though. folks. I really don't think that's going to stand. So he might have to go a little quicker if he wants that to hold. Let's take a look at Eagle Eye. Looks like Warrior's got a top speed of 176 as well. So Eagle Eye has not able to see his lap time from this mode. Okay, here we go. So now we have lap times up. Popcorn's running a 2:01 clean lap, followed by Easty in 11th. He's running a 59.3. So we got a couple 58s in there. Actually, several people in the 58s. Gump's running a 59. And we are currently on lap 3 of this qualifying section, so they're halfway through this. ETR Warrior still leading the charge here. And they are getting ready to come across the line now. Let's take a look at, we have a new, let's take a look here, player focus. Okay, STR Eagle Eye, we do have a new pole leader. As I said, I suspected that that pole position time of a 157.7 would be in jeopardy, and indeed, STR Eagle Eye has now set a 157.6, so he is now on a provisional pole. So we got Warrior running down here with Eagle Eye behind him, followed by Scarhand. Scarhand has been able to run some very fast laps. He's going to be looking to put himself in a front row start. So Eagle Eye with the 57, Warrior with the 57. And I don't see any other 57s coming across the board right now. So it's currently we have a 58 sitting in third position on the grid. And it looks like that's going to be provisionally given to F4R Float with a 58.1. So right now we got Eagle Eye, Warrior, and Float sitting on the front row. Unfortunately, some of our drivers that are able to run in the 57s aren't here right now. So I'm hoping that they will be able to buckle up and be here for the race. Unfortunately, they will probably be placed at the back of the grid because they weren't able to qualify. But nonetheless, they hopefully will see them. So we got Flying Papers. That he's one of his first race with us today, so we're happy to have him. We have a whole slew of 59s and 2-minute laps as we are now at lap 5. So there's 2 more flying laps in this qualifying session. And look at this. ETR Warrior has ousted Eagle Eye for the pole position with a 157.4. And that is a very impressive lap, but he's still got 2 laps to go. Is he able to get into the 156s? A lot of people are asking and wondering. I know I'm wondering, and I think he can do it. I really think he can. Eagle Eye is, as we ride along with him right now, he's following the line of Warrior. Let's take a look at some of the other times that are coming in. I'm not seeing any other 57s. I only have Float is very capable of running a 57. I got a whole slew of 59s. Again, these are clean laps. And VMEX is running a 201.3 with Dragon running a 2-minute lap. Floats. Let's see where Float is. I wasn't able to catch his time as the banner is running across the top of the screen here. Again, we will be doing qualifying here. We are on lap 5 of a total of 6 laps. We will take a 10-minute break and launch the first race of the race weekend here at Watkins Glen. This is the second race day of 3 total race days. So 2 weeks from today, we will be at the Circuit Day Spa, which is an excellent track to finish up on. We will crown a champion there. But as I said earlier, this qualifying session and this race 1 and race 2 today will really give us an idea of who are the legitimate challengers for the championship, with Eagle Eye currently leading the points by 4 after only 1 race. So it will be interesting to see where the cards fall today for these drivers. Again, we are now on the final lap of 6, and look at this. ETR Warrior has bettered his time of a 57.292. Can he do a 56? That is the question. I do believe he can. As a matter of fact, I think Warrior, ETR Warrior, and Scarhand, possibly Eagle Eye and Floater are all capable of running such a time. But it remains to be seen how this is going to play out. So, again, we are on the final lap here. And I'm not really able to, Forza doesn't afford me the opportunity to see clearly who is running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the grid with a provisional time. So we can only verify for sure with Forza's gameplay setup that ETR Warrior currently holds the provisional pole with a 57.292. Now Eagle Eye getting a nice drive out of that corner there as they come through the boot. And running up towards the heel, which is turn 8, for the final time in this qualifying session. We will find out here shortly if any one of these drivers, as Eagle Eye just got a penalty, so that's not going to be it for him. We will find out if any of these drivers are able to unsettle ETR Warrior from the provisional pole. We know Eagle Eye just got a penalty, so he's not going to be able to do it. We'll see about Float, Scarhand, and the rest of the field where they come through. As they are coming onto the start straight finish, Warrior was not able to better his time. So currently a 57.292 is going to be the provisional pole. I don't think it's going to be upset. And we've seen Warrior, Scarhand, and Eagle Eye come across to finish, and none of them have been able to better that time. So it looks to me like he will be our pole sitter for today. Again, if you're not familiar with the WEC Racing Series, there's 2 races today. The first race will be, the grid positions will be decided on this qualifying session. And the second race will be a reverse grid order with the top 3 finishers of race 1 taking a PI penalty, which is essentially a horsepower reduction, which puts a heavier weight and burden on them to get a better finish for race 2. It allows some of the slower drivers to get ahead and possibly get a better finishing position. So the weighted endurance championship is all about skill level and accenting that skill level based on the ability to drive a car with a reduced horsepower and starting at the back of the grid. So again, we have completed our qualifying session. We want to say congratulations to ETR Warrior for his pole position. He will be starting off in that position for the first race. So we are going to take a short break here for 10 minutes. I will be back with you as I calculate these grid positions. So stay with us. Okay, we are back. Thank you for staying with us. We got 3 viewers, and we are getting ready to launch the race here. It looks like everybody is checked up. So I'm excited. We are ready to go. Everybody's checked up, and we are going to begin this launch. A 12 laps here at the Glen. So one last double check. Okay, it looks good. I'm going to just double check our race settings. That looks good. All right, we are off. Thank you for being here. And everybody's checked up. Let's do this. Oh, Eagle Eye has unchecked. Not sure why. We will have to wait for him. Can somebody have Eagle Eye check up, please, so we can go?
Eagle Eye?
Yes. All right. Again, we just had to take one of our drivers there wasn't ready, so we are now going to launch, and the grid is set. I'm excited. This is going to be a 12-lap race here at the Glen. Check the grid. The grid looks proper. And here we go. Race 1, WEC Racing League. This is our second series, Widowmaker Series. And we got 3 viewers. Want to welcome all 3 people. This is going to be a great race. Again, Eagle Eye has a 4-point lead over Tech Q, who is not here in the grid today, with Float running at 85 points, 5 points behind Eagle Eye. So, and we are off as HR Warrior, our pole sitter, runs down the straight, going into turn 1, closely followed by the field. It's going to be very interesting to see how they get through here. As everybody nice and cleanly gets through turn 1 as they roll through turn 2 up the hill. Oh, we got Scarhand off the track, getting sideways. He is going to lose a lot of positions right there. He was able to gather himself and put himself right back about mid-pack. A lot of action already coming up through the first 3 corners as we're going to take a look back mid-pack, riding with Forza Fun. It looks like Scarhand has gathered himself back up here. And we are looking at Forza Fun right now, sitting in 6th place as they come down the chute into turn 6. Again, we are on first lap, cold tires, very cautious. Drivers have to be very cautious. I do believe that Scarhound was probably caught out there on cold tires, as we see Dragon just up there behind Scarhand as they come up into what's known as the heel turn, turn 8 here. I'm sorry, turn 7, which is also known as the boot. They're coming down into turn 8, which is a positive camber turn here. As we ride along with Scarhand, we're going to take a look at the front of this field where there's going to be a lot of action. We see Warrior just leading the field here, as Eagle Eye is in second, and right now Eagle Eye is all over the back of Warrior, as expected, with Float closely monitoring the two in front of him. Again, these first 3-4 drivers. Oh, look at this! Eagle Eye has an interesting pit strategy as he ducks into the pits along with Dragon, almost immediately followed by Gump. So Gordy, who is running towards the back of the field right now, has continued on. And let's take a look at Float, who's in second place, as ETR Warrior has created a bit of a gap. And Float is now closely monitored by Easty and Karos as they are running down the back straight through turn 4. Now, as they come down the back straight, they are at a very high speed, around 147, 148, into turn 5, which is the outer loop. They are entering it now. Very fast, super fast corner. You've got to get your turn in proper here. Super easy to get pushed out, even though it's a positive camber corner. Easy to get pushed offline as they run down what's known as the chute into turn 6. Really, there's not a lot of easy give-me corners on this Watkins Glen as we see them navigate through there nice and cleanly as they run up to what's known as the toe, turn 7. This whole section of the track is called the boot. Turn 6, 7, 8, and 9 is known as the boot here at Watkins Glen because when you look at it from a top view, it looks as though it's a boot. So as they now are running down into turn 8, this right-hander up a short little run here to turn 9, which will finish off the boot portion of the track. Now, it looks to me like ETR Warrior has created about a 7/10 gap, maybe an 8/10 of a gap here. So we're going to take a look back in the field here. Looks like Forza Fun here as he is being followed. Let's go back to Scarhand and see his progress, as he is all over the back of Flying Papers. And it looks like Scarhand is now making a move coming out of the draft of Flying Papers down into turn 1. It's going to be a battle of the brakes here as they go through, as Flying Papers is going to be able to hold the line. Scarhand, nice, excellent job, both drivers getting through there. Scarhand is able to maintain that inner line. It's going to push Flying Papers out to the dirt. He's going to have to release the throttle there to get through this section cleanly. And Scarhand's going to be able to continue on with full momentum as they come back onto the back straight here, running down the fastest portion of the track. And Flying Papers is probably going to monitor Scarhand here to see how he does with his race lines. As we see Eagle Eye, who is a second position on the grid, really running by himself. And that was his pit strategy. So he wanted to be able to get quick, fast laps alone. And let's take a look at ETR Warrior, who is our leader. So current race stats, it's a 157.4 for Warrior on his first. We're in the third lap right now. They're getting ready to complete lap number 3. So as you can see at the top of our screen, we do have our loop lap times. And we are going to bounce back in the field here and take a look at Karos, who's running in 4th position. He is right up on the back of Easty, followed by Forza Fun. And they do have Warrior in sight, so that is a good sign for all the viewers. We want to see close racing as much as we can. As look at this, we see now Karos is just taking a peek up the inside of Easty there. Easty wasn't even sure he was going to be able to make the race today, so we are glad to see him. As Easty, his paint livery is a reflection. I got a bio on Easty here. Just give me a moment here to pull it up. As Karos doing an excellent job there, holding Forza Fun behind him and putting the pressure on Easty in front of him. Oh, Float has a big spin. He is going to hit the tire wall. A major moment for Float. One of our front runners. He's able to recover, but I don't know. He may have damage. That looked to me like a significant spin as he was pushing that 73 Carrera RS, the Widowmaker, to its maximum potential. we're going to take a look to see if Float here has any damage. We have the ability to take a look at the telemetry here. And I am seeing tire wear for sure, but I don't see any damage. Lucky. I'm just going to have to say he is extremely lucky that he does not have any damage after hitting a wall at a high rate of speed. As we see Float there is running a livery designed by F4R Vanquish. Very nicely done. Vanquish, a very well-respected and well-known livery designer. As look, Float is in the pits following Warrior. So Float may just be taking a precaution, thinking, I'm not going to take a chance of having damage. But now, the question is, who is leading this race? F4R Easty is leading the race with Karos just chomping at the bit right behind him. He's wanting that position. Karos has another racer who has been doing a great job in the series. As Easty, again, I'm looking at his bio now. His car livery, according to him, represents old LP Switch Town. I'm not really sure what that is. Excuse me for not knowing, but he's a huge fan of that, and he runs the number 5 on his car because he was born on the 5th. So if you see the 05 on Easty's car there, he is under heavy pressure. And again, I'm very, very surprised to see the spin that we saw, the loss of control of Float as he's been relegated to farther back into this grid. Let's look at this. Karos looking up the inside. Gives a nudge to Easty. Easty's like, hey, I thought I had that spot, but no. Karos is like, I'm sorry, pal, but I'm here to race, and this is going to be my spot. So he is now taking first place, currently holding down first. As look at this, Karos going a little bit wide angle entry into that corner as they come up through turn 8, looking into turn 9. Well done to Karos, as he is now shooting out of the boot down into turn 10, and he is going to be looking to lead this race even after they get through the start-finish, as Easty is right up on the back of them, followed by Forza Fun and Scarhand behind him. So your top 4 drivers currently in the race, none of which have pitted. As we see Scarhand go through there in the 4th place position. Let's take a look back in the field here as we see let's take a look at Gordy, who's now in 7th, who has not pitted, followed by some of our drivers who have pitted. Eagle Eye, who is currently ahead of Warrior. Let's take a look at how far ahead, because both these drivers have pitted. So as we can see, Warrior has Eagle Eye in his sights. So once Warrior's tires warm up, he will be able to put a little bit faster lap times down as he's still on his outlap. And we will see if Warrior is able to reel in Eagle Eye there. That will be very interesting. We're going to come back and watch that battle continue as Gump in 12th place is following Dragon. Gump admittedly saying that he had not had the track time he was wanting prior to the race, so his practice times were lacking. And it's kind of showing here in the race, but nonetheless putting in a very respectable lap time here. We're currently on lap 6 here. We are halfway through this race. We got 14 drivers as Gump is in 12th place, so that should increase because he does have his lap or pit completed. So let's take a look at Popcorn, where his progress is. This is his home track. Popcorn is a driver out of New York. He's from Buffalo, which is a few hours away, and he got into racing by starting through go-karting and things of that nature. The Salen's car livery, Salen's ketchup, we can see it here. Beautiful paint job. It's got a few scratches on there. Had it coming together with another driver at some point in this, but he is now into the pits, and his pit strategy is about halfway through the race to drop into the pit. So let's take a look at Forza Fun as we see Easty now leading this race with Scarhand followed in third place. It will be interesting to see when these three pit, where will they fall in line with the race order. Let's take a look at the track map. There is a lot of... Oh, we got someone coming out of the pits here. Let's take a look how this works out. So Easty, Eagle Eye, look at this. As Warrior has now reeled in Eagle Eye, is within a tenth or two on his bumper, and Eagle Eye has a full mirror full of Warrior. We're going to have to monitor this because he was able to reel him in. I don't know if a mistake was made by Eagle Eye, but I suspect if no mistakes were made, we're going to see a move here on Eagle Eye in the very near future as they head into the outer loop, turn 5. And look at this, Warrior kind of bit off an inside line there as they run down the chute into turn 6. A very good passing opportunity through here. Both hard on the brakes, but Eagle Eye able to hold that inside line, which does not allow Warrior to peek up the inside. But as they come up here, up to turn 7, which is known as the toe, nothing there. Eagle Eye doing a good job. I'm suspecting that maybe he had a mistake. Look at that, Warrior on the gas early, getting a little sideways, coming out there of the turn 7 as they run down the bottom of the boot into turn 8. And let's see here, looks like Eagle Eye's doing a nice job now. He probably had a mistake, which allowed Warrior to reel him in, but Eagle Eye has regathered himself. Because look at this, Patty Karos running up close behind them. I suspect these three drivers, and look, we've got drivers in the pits. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to stay on board with Eagle Eye as they are going to encounter three drivers in the pits, which is Forza Fun, Scarhand, and Easty. It's going to be really tight. I do suspect that each Warrior and Eagle Eye will come out just ahead of these drivers because of their pace has been shown to be quicker. As we see, they're exiting the pits now as Eagle Eye and Warrior are coming through turn 1. They're going to see traffic either right next to them. Nope, they've got ahead of the traffic. As Easty rolls out of the pits, and there will not be any traffic issues. And those that are on cold tires will be... But look at this. We have a battle. I can't miss this. We're going to look back here to Easty. I do believe there's a battle here between Easty and Karos, followed by Float, who's about 1.5 seconds back. Karos is going to attack Easty, most likely, as he is on warm tires. That's exactly what we're going to see here. Down into the inside, we got a car with warm tires. Up the temperature, Karos attacking up the inside, nicely done, able to hold the line, but Easty, as his tires begin to warm up, is going to be looking to retaliate. And Easty has an inside line, they're side by side, working their way through. Down into, looks like they're coming up into turn 7 as they came through the chute, the bottom section of the boot here, as Easty is not able to hold that position, and Karos regains the position he was holding just prior to that. So this is a fifth place fight here, as Warriors in 4th, Eagle Eye 3rd, Flying Papers, who is not pitted, and Scarhand, who I do not believe is pitted, in 1st. And Scarhand in the pits. So Scarhand will exit the pits. We'll have traffic immediately. Let's take a look at the traffic that is coming through that will be looking to meet Scarhand. It's going to be ETR, Warrior, and Eagle Eyes. Warrior is still behind. This is a great battle, folks. If you like racing, here's a battle of two very fast, very competent drivers as they work their way down through turn 1. Again, Warrior started gaming with his dad in racing games when he was very young. Credits his dad and his brother for his current skill level. And his dad did give him the gamer tag of Warrior because Warrior never gives up. So very interesting bio there, and where the gamer tag of ETR Warrior was birthed. So thanks to his dad, look, they come down the back straight. coming into the outer loop, turn 5. Is there going to be a move here? Looks like Eagle's Eye is out wide. It's going to give opportunity for Warriors. He works his way, but Eagle Eye back on the gas, and he's running it out wide. It looks like he's going to hold it. Warrior doesn't have that inside line. It's going to cause him to fall back in right behind Warrior. We got a great battle going here. Really hard to take a look back in the field when I suspect multiple moves being considered here from Warrior as they come up to the bottom of the boot, turn 7, running down the bottom of the boot, going into turn 8 here shortly. Is this a little jaunt up the hill, and they come back down a slight incline into turn 8. Again, a 6-degree banking for every corner on this track, with the exception of this turn 9 that's coming up here shortly as they're going through. Majority of the corners in this track at Watkins Glen has a 6-degree banking. It was apparently designed that way. Warrior not able to take advantage of that 6-degree banking and sets in behind Eagle Eye, as I suspect he will begin to study and see where the opportunity lies. And look at this, we got a great battle, a 3-way battle going between Scarhand, Float, and Easty, with Karos behind him, and Forza Fun following about maybe 1 second behind them. So Forza Fun doing everything he can to run it consistent and reel this group in. This is, oh, look at we got Float into the back of Scarhand, wasn't able to lock up the brakes there, wasn't able to get the car stopped, but fortunately no mishaps there, as this group of 4 to 5 cars runs up a full throttle section of the track as they come up through turns 3 and 4 onto the back straight. Some of these cars have different downforce settings, so it's hard to say who's going to have the higher top speed, but Float inching closely to Scarhand there. I don't see a severe top speed advantage of any one car here, as Karis probably gets in a little bit deeper than he wanted to, as Float's got the inside line on the gas early, able to attack Scarhand nearly side by side as they're going down into the chute turn 6. As they get on the gas early here, looking really well as they come up into turn 7. And they're going to hug the inside line and possibly, look at this, Karos attacks. Great job. Karos is attacking Float, and Float relinquishes that spot of 6th place. Now Karos hungry for something to get a piece of Scarhand, and we see Scarhand slightly locking up there. Patty Karos doing a great job, and currently in 6th place, with Easty has a slight lead there. Let's take a look. I'm going to run the track map here. I generally like to keep it off, but we got somebody in the pits here. It looks like Flying Papers is in the pits, and Warrior and Eagle Eye have had a position change. We missed it, unfortunately. Excuse me. We missed the pass there. I was really hoping to catch that, but we did have a lot of action elsewhere, so Eagle Eye has now gotten in front. Warrior has gotten in front of Eagle Eye and made that pass stick. So let's monitor the progress there as we continue to reel off a lap and a half. Look at that, Eagle Eye really sideways. He's on the gas so hard. He's got that 73-911 Carrera RS totally sliding to the fastest corners of the track, turns 3 and 4 there, but he did a great job to keep it as his counter steering skills were shown there. Nicely done. But let's take a look back, because this is coming down to the last lap here. We've got about a lap and a half as Forza Fun is in 7th place, and the field bit spread out behind them. We're going to ride on with Karos and take a look. Let's get rid of the map so we can get a better view here. And none of these drivers are heel to toe at the moment, but they are coming up into the boot. Turn 6 of Watkins Glen again. Lap 11 of 12. Been a really good race here. And we see Patty Karos and Float behind him. None of these drivers are ready to attack at the moment. Let's take a quick peek at the front here to see if Warrior has not gotten away, as Eagle Eye continuing to keep him under pressure as they come around turn 10 And they will be looking at turn 11 and then the white flag, the final lap. As Warrior doing a great job of getting consistent laps down and comes within inches of the tire wall there and does a great job of maximizing his straight line speed, as Eagle Eye is going to be looking to maybe gather him in here at turn 1. Both nicely done, staying within track limits. Nice and tidy through there. And I do believe that Eagle Eye is probably going to have an attack here at some point. Is he going to want to stay behind? Let's let him run down the back straight there before we come back to him. As we look at Popcorn here and Gump just behind him. Not much of a battle right now. Let's take a look at Float, as this battle between these 4 drivers has not materialized much more. So we are going to go back to Eagle Eye. We do not want to miss anything. And Eagle Eye, an opportunity presents itself here. We're going to stay here, folks, because this is the battle for the lead and the win on the final lap. As look at this, Eagle Eye, maybe he let ETR go by to get a look, but he only has about 5 turns here left to make a move back on Warrior. Again, a race win is going to be highly valuable, as it will be factored into a tie in points at the end of the season. So race win very important here. Podium also very important, as we see Eagle Eye right there with them as they work their way through the heel, turn 8, going up into turn 9. Remember, they don't have the 6-degree banking here through turn 9. It's easy to get pushed out into the tire wall. And I don't know, there's only 2 corners left where Eagle Eye can possibly set him up for a move. And I do believe that he is settled for a second place finish here, as it's not going to happen there. We're going to run back to Karos, who is probably going to be under attack here. And Float looking to make one last move with corner exit speed. Is he able to do anything? Scarhand takes a 3rd place finish, a podium for him. He will suffer a PI penalty as Karos and Float takes 5th and 6th place, with Forza Fun 7th place. As we see Popcorn there running 9th and Gump 10th. Flying Papers took 8th. I'm sorry, I skipped over him. Cow Molester with an 11th place finish. And followed by F4R Dragon, and 13th would be VMAX, followed by Gordy in 14th. I'm sorry, Jordy. Let's just take a look. We weren't able to get a lot of airtime with Jordy. We want to apologize to him. We always love seeing his livery, as he's generally supporting the autism awareness livery. So let's take a look back at the previous race results. I want to get a picture here of the previous race results. We have been able to capture a screenshot here of the race results. We use those for later on, just going back to double check our work, make sure we got the points all correctly loaded up. So now we will be doing a 10-minute break so all the drivers can make a change on their tune or do whatever they need to do, take a break, get some water and whatnot for the second race. We will see 3 drivers here that will take a PI penalty. Congratulations to ETR Warrior with a race win. This is his first race. He missed the first race series up at Catalunya. Had some family matters that he had to take care of. So we have to say we're quite impressed that he shows up to this race and takes a race win. But it was not given to him. He had to work for it, as Eagle Eye with the second place did a great job. So Eagle Eye and Scarhand will have to get into a 640 PI, as we see ETR Warrior has already done that. So we are going to take a 10-minute break here. and run race 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Great job to all drivers. Really impressed with everybody's driving. I don't know if you noticed, but you know, the clean driving in this first race was very impressive. Good, clean, hard driving. We saw some minor contact, which is expected. However, high skill level here of all the drivers. Very respectful of other drivers, and that's what we like to see. We don't want anyone to give anything away, but we want to see hard racing, clean racing, and fun. That equals fun racing. So again, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes as we prepare the grid for race 2. Don't go anywhere. Okay, welcome back, our viewers. We have 2 viewers. Everybody's checked up. We have taken a 10-minute break. We are now going to start this race. And looks like, yep, everybody's checked up. This is going to be exciting. Again, race 2. Let's get this going as we get started here. Oh, we do need to make a change, as I made a mistake there. Okay, and we're going to get this race started. This kart racer is going to get pole position because his inability to make the first race. So here we go. Race number 2, WEC Racing. And I'm excited if you couldn't tell already. So we will see how is the field going to the faster driver is going to navigate their way through the field. Let's take a look. As the drivers are off, we are going to take a look back at around, let's run with Eagle Eye and Warrior as they come down through the field. As look at this, Scarhand is quickly being attacked, and Float has been relegated to last place as Scarhand offline there. He's been relegated to the back of the pack as Eagle Eye is making no qualms about how quickly he is going to work his way through the pack. And Easty now has a run on Float, and so does Warrior. So this is this is going to be interesting as they come down the back straight on cold tires. Warrior's making his way up the inside of Eagle Eye. Easty's not going to give up. As we see Warrior sliding out slightly there, but Eagle Eye's not quite got 4 tires on the track. Wasn't able to get on the gas there. Look at this. Cal Lester's relegated to the back of the track. Eagle Eye and Warrior are doing everything they can to catch this pack. Have done a really good job up to this point, halfway through lap 1, to reel in the other drivers. As we see, look at this. Eagle Eye and Warrior side by side, a bit of paint swapping there. All is good in love and war. As Eagle Eye is working his way up the hill, you can see Warrior's car is a bit more acceleration, either by gearing or downforce settings, not really sure. But Eagle Eye is now looking at Gump and Forza Fun as an obstacle. Is he going to be able to get through these guys? And look at this, Warrior moving up the inside of Gump. Gump's in a sandwich there between 2 fast drivers. And Easty is now going to take advantage of Warrior. As Easty will take that spot, and Eagle Eye is going to be looking to get a positive drive here. And look at this, Flying Papers gets in his back of somebody as Forza Fun, and Eagle Eye it's disaster. Nearly disaster for Forza Fun and Eagle Eye, as Eagle Eye got into the quarter panel of Forza Fun and didn't lift, so the Forza Magnet took place. And that was nearly disaster for both of those drivers. So let's take a look up at 8th place now with Easty and see where this is going. As we see Cow Molester, Warrior, and a whole gaggle of other cars, including Scarhand and Karops, are working their way down the back straight. This is exciting stuff, folks. I don't know where else they're going to find good close racing like this. There's been nothing crazy, but some hard racing all the way into only in the 2nd lap here, as Molester, Scarhand are working their way up the inside of Easty, as he takes a bit of a dirty line there, going through the outer loop, down the chute, into turn 6. This is a good passing spot here, as Scarhand is really feeling the effects of a decreased PI here. He's probably thinking better of too much mixing it up, because he knows that the longevity of the race will probably work in his favor if he's able to run good, clean, fast laps. So the question is the drivers that went into the pit, are they going to be meeting up other traffic? I don't know. We'll see here. As Cow Molester gets a little bit into the back of Easty there, which has caused Easty to go way out wide. Scarhand gives him room there to come back onto the race line. And we're going to take a look at, looks like Popcorn is 4th, followed by Warrior. And Warrior is looking to get through traffic here. And VMAX on the outside of Warrior. Warrior's going to take that spot because VMAX gets pushed out to the 30 part of the track. And VMAX on the gas as well as Popcorn as quick as they can. And Warrior with a reduced PI is going to suffer a little bit going down the straight. We don't know if he's, I'm sure he's probably reduced his overall downforce to decrease his increase his straight line speed. And look at this, we got Popcorn up the inside of Warrior as we see Easty off the track there, taking the long way around the track, and Warrior tucks in just behind Dragon, and Popcorn with Karos in hot pursuit of these three. Let's take a look online or on board with Warrior as Race Cart was not able to make the first race, but he is mixing it up with the drivers that have already completed at least one race. And look at this, Warrior looking up the inside of Popcorn. This is Popcorn's home track. He wants to get the best finish he can, show his family and friends who are out to see him today. Here we go, racing down up to turn 7. Popcorn's gonna hold that inside line. This is great stuff as Patty's all over the back of ETR Warrior. And Patty's gonna try to get that run on the acceleration of out of that turn 6 there as they head up to turn 8. Up the hill, back down to slight incline as Patty is going to get a little bit of contact there with Popcorn and take that position. Nicely done there. Dragon just ahead of Warrior, looking to do everything he can to hold what he's got. As Dragon is now feeling the... Oh, Warrior into the tire wall. Has there been damage? A very significant coming together between what looked like Warrior and Popcorn. Not for sure who it was, but is there going to be a pit here based on potential damage? No, Warrior's carrying on. The whole group carries on. This is a fantastic race as Karos, Scarhand, and Warrior Easty and Molester work their way down. I'm going to go on board here. Can't resist the temptation to go on board. And Scarhand now working, they're both reduced PI here, Scarhand and Warrior. Scarhand's looking to get that better drive out of the turn 4, but not able to do it there. As Cal looking to increase his finishing position from the first race. Probably wasn't all that happy with it. Really, anything in the top 5 or 6 here with a 16 driver grid is respectable here. Popcorn seeing the left side of Karas's car as they come together. Karas is going to take that spot. Popcorn's not going to like that as he's going to look to retaliate, but now he's got to deal with Warrior and Scarhand behind him. So Popcorn, great as can be, working his way back up through Karas. Now ETR Warrior is going to take that inside line. Karas is going to have to relegate with a bit of bumping and grinding going on there. Popcorn now feeling the pressure as Gordy doing a great job ahead of Popcorn there and definitely has increased his pace from the first race. And this is a great group of about 6 cars here as Dragon leading this group. Let's bring up the track map here to kind of see where everybody is. We got 2 groups. Group 1 has not pitted, Group 2 has pitted. And a very good race going back here with Group 2 with STR Eagle Eye. With VMAX behind him, followed by Forza Fun. As Forza Fun and VMAX had a bit of a history together last race, which has been all smoothed over, a racing incident there. But it will be interesting to see how that goes. Both doing a very nice job there, but it looks like Eagle Eye is struggling a little bit here to get around Gump, and Float, who is at a full PI, just above Gump there, not suffering at all. Let's take a look back at where we were. We're going to ride along with Kart Racer, as again, doing a great job here. This is his first race. As you can see, he's running the naked WEC Racing car there. It does have the proper logo on the side, but it's not able to put it on the front and rear bumper. I'm sure he'll get that fixed the next race. But running by himself there in 8th position. Let's bounce up to the front of the grid here. Let's ride along with Eagle Eye again, just to check back on the progress there. Not seeing anything there as far as an advancement. So let's take a look with Easty in 4th place. As this, look at this popcorn getting into the side of, is it Warrior or Easty? Not sure. Could have been Karos there. This is an excellent battle going on here. I'm going to stick with this group. It's position 1 through 6, 1 through 7. We are seeing some really good battling going on here as they're working their way down through the heel, turn 8, up into turn 9. Warrior not finding it easy to work his way through the field. However, only 5 laps exhausted here out of 12. And Easty all over the back of Gordy, making a move on Gordy. Gordy a bit pushed to the outside. Is he going to be able to get on the gas? It looks like he's going to not be able to, as now Cow is looking to get on the throttle early and run that car. Oh no, Cow. Oh, there's been a collision between Karos and Cow as Cow came off of the wall there. Probably got a bit of the Widowmaker syndrome and accidentally gets into Karos, which he's not going to enjoy that. But now we see Easty getting pushed off, and he's going to probably get a better run back on. That was an unintentional offline there for Easty, as he had no choice to use all of the track and then some. As Easty, again, is just running down the back straight with the gaggle of the cars in pursuit of him. Warrior here suffering a bit on Gordy because of his reduced PI, as we see Popcorn in about a second behind this group of 4. Again, Easty now going up the inside of Gordy. Gordy has Karos working his way through too, as Gordy has now looks like come under fire by 2 different drivers. Now he's dealing with Warrior. And Gordy has been relinquished about 2 to 3 positions there, but doing a great job of holding his line, racing clean. All these drivers from start to finish are high-level drivers. Looking at Gordy's, he was running the autism awareness on the front of his car. I don't see it there this week. But Easty and Karos, they're doing a great job of holding off Warrior. So let's take a peek in the back of the field here. You see Karos now being attacked by Warrior. I'm going to stick here just for another moment as they go into the final turn 11. Is Warrior going to... Oh, look at it. Easty, Karos, and Gordy all into the pits, which will give a free track without any interruptions to Warrior, who's now in second, and Dragon enjoying that first place position. The question is when these drivers come out, are they going to have company with the second group that is now working their way through turn 10, sorry. And let's ride along with Scarhand, as this group, I suspect, we'll see some of this traffic coming out of the pits. It's always interesting to see, especially when you have a pit exit and a very fast portion of the track, such as turn 2, 3, and 4 of Watkins Glen. So it looks like they're able to get through there without any interruptions, as Easty exiting the pits, and Scarhand just behind Gump and Eagle Eye in 5th. Float in 4th, Popcorn 3rd, Warrior 2nd, Dragon in 1st place. So the top 3 drivers have not pitted. We're going to take a look at Easty as he is on cold tires. Actually, we're going to go back a driver or 2 with flying papers and take a look at him. He got into a bit of a spin early in the race, was able to recover, and is doing a great job now. But he is looking to attack Karos if he can get into the back of him. Interesting livery there on papers. A 777 car number. Oh, Gordy very hard into the tire wall. A full 360 spin. That is going to presumably have damage. That was such a hard hit, I lost my screen. I have no longer, my picture has been reduced to a Forza logo. And we are back here with a picture. So again, a very hard hit by Jordy into the tire wall there. Caused us to lose our picture. So hopefully he is okay and will not have any long-term effects of that collision. As Gump is currently in 6th place, his pace has increased, no doubt. He is right behind Eagle Eye, who is running a very quick pace as well, and Float in front of him with Scarhand. So Gump, a 6th place position, which is very respectable considering the skill level here. As they work their way through turn 1, exiting pit traffic there, not a factor. As we are going to get rid of the map here, it's a bit of a eyesore when you're looking at the picture here. So let's take a look at Float's progress, as he does not have any current pressure from Eagle Eye. Float running a full PI, so he's not suffering there. As Forza Fun, currently under a bit of pressure from 8th place EC, followed by 9th place Karos. Let's ride along with Forza Fun here and see how he is able to deal with the oncoming pressure. As we see 3 F4R drivers here in a row, as they come down and meet up to turn 7, also known as the toe. I don't see a lot of progress being made here. We'll probably check back. Scarhand there is just in front of Forza Fun in 7th place. Forza Fun doing a nice job with his consistency and race pace. As we see EC push way outside off the racing line there, he's able to bring it back in. Probably just outbraked himself. As Karos on the gas early, getting really sideways, risking a Widowmaker incident. And look at this, Easty is now running the back of Forza Fun. He's going to attack, coming out of turn 11 here. As he gets into the wall, it's going to slow his pace for straight line speed. He probably has nothing for Forza Fun. Going down into turn 1, as you can see, Karos has been, the door has been open for him to attack, as he in fact is. And Karos is, he's tucked back in behind EC now. So looking to get that run up through the full throttle. And look at this. We have ETR Warrior coming out of the pits and is now looking to be attacked by a Forza Fun who is on up to temperature tires. I assume that Forza Fun is not going to waste any time in his strategy to attack, because Warrior is on a cold set of tires. Again, we are on lap 9 of 12, so there's literally 3.5 laps here to go. But Warrior doing a great job staying just ahead of Forza Fun there. I don't think that Forza Fun has made up any ground, as we see ETR Warrior's tires probably coming a bit up to temp here, as he is 3/4 of the way around through the track. So let's take a look back at Flying Papers and his progress as he is working his way up to the back of Karos here. I do believe everybody has taken their pit with the exception of Dragon. So let's see where Float is. Float in a very good position here. With Eagle Eye in 3rd, Scarhand in 4th. And Gump right behind Scarhand. Very good job. Scarhand's running a reduced PI. Gump with the full PI there. So looking at the lap times here, Gump with a 59 clean. I don't see most of these racers with dirty laps, so we're not seeing the true racing time. We got Karros with the 57.9. Patty Karros running in the 57s. He said he could do it, and he has proven us himself right, as a 57.9 is registered on the board for Patty Karros. Great to see. And we are now on lap 10 as we are taking a look at this front four here, but let's go back to Forza Fun, see if he's been able to gain anything on ETR Warrior. Doesn't look like it. We're gonna pop back here to Popcorn, haha, no pun intended. So Popcorn currently holding off Cow as he is chasing down, looks like Easty in front of him. So Easty currently in 10th, followed by 11th place Popcorn, Cow Molester 12th. VMAX struggling this race with the lack of probably feeling in his 73 Carrera RS, so he's a little farther back than he would like to be. And Kart Racer in 14th. So as we see Kart Racer going through the bottom part of the boot there, as his lap time is a 2:04, considerably slower than most of the field here, but nonetheless very clean and respectable lap time. As we see Warrior coming through the final turn here, turn 11, as he is going to see not quite the white flag yet, as Dragon is, I assume that Dragon's going to pit right now. He really has to. He's quite a bit ahead of the field, as Float in second is now coming up through the turn 4 and into the back straight. He's completed his pit. I think that Dragon's probably going to suffer here some position losses when he exits the pits, as I don't think he's been able to gain enough of a lead there to hold the other group off. As Gump here in 5th, staring down the back of Scarhand, but you know, again, like I said earlier, this race is really, when the points are tallied, it's really going to give us an idea of who is in the position to fight for the championship. As Gump currently came into this race 5th in points at 80 points, is gaining very valuable points here. He is looking to finish in the top 3, if not better. Well, top 3 of points. So, and we are now with F4R Dragon. I do believe he's in the pits. We shall see. Yes, he is. And that would leave F4R Float is going to probably take this first place spot. Is Float going to be able to get in front of Dragon? That's the question that we have here, as Eagle Eye has not been able to put a move on Dragon, because most likely because he is suffering with probably about 0.8 of a lap slower with the reduced horsepower, the 640 PI. So again, the WEC Racing Series showing its colors, its identity of giving faster drivers a heavier weight to heavier burden to carry. But nonetheless, these drivers are showing that though they are reduced in horsepower and PI, they are still extremely competitive. So, job well done. Now we are on the last lap. Scarhand is now considering a move on Eagle Eye. This is getting very interesting here. We are going to stay here. It's the best thing I got going. Is look at Scarhand trying to look up the inside, and Eagle Eye has ran wide. A mistake made as they come to get together there slightly. Scarhand needs these points, as he knows that Eagle Eye is a points leader currently coming in to this race day, and Scarhand wants every point he can muster, as Tech Hugh, who was second points, isn't a no-show today. So Scarhand, and Scarhand runs deep, outbreaks himself. Is that going to be all there is to offer? a pity, a true pity. Myself and all the viewers really wanted to see a race there, but I don't know. Eagle Eye probably is going to be able to keep it together, but Scarhand, given everything he's got, using all the racetrack as they come up into turn 9, really not much but 2 turns left. But look at this, Eagle Eye not able to get on the gas. I think Scarhand's got one more move in him as Warrior looking to attack Gump, but Gump probably going to be able to hold him off. Scarhand, one last opportunity. Can he get the last corner of his life as they come through on the gas? I don't think it's going to happen, folks, as Scarhand is going to have to wait for another race day as Eagle Eye takes second, Scarhand third. A great job to Gump in fourth, ETR Warrior in fifth. Dragon ended up in fifth after leading much of the race, coming out of the pits and taking fifth, still very respectful. Karos in seventh. Look at Forza Fun as he is in eighth, followed by Flying Papers and Easty. A job well done, Easty 10th. Wow, what a race, what a race. Highly impressed by all the drivers. I can only imagine they had a lot of fun. So I'm going to try to go down and get some interviews. Let me take a quick picture here of the screenshot finish, as this is showing F4R Float as our winner. Gordy at DNF, unfortunately, I think the damage that he sustained was too much for him to overcome. So again, a congratulations to Float with a first place, Eagle Eye second, and a third place Scarhand. A great battle those two had at the end, and Gump fourth by Warrior fifth. Dragon 6th, Karos 7th, Forza Fun 8th, Flying Papers 9th, Easty 10th, top 10, and 11 through 15 would be Cow, Popcorn, VMAX, and Kart Racers. So let's go down to see if we can get into the lobby here and get a word. Sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble here. Congratulations to F4R Float on that race win. Extremely impressive. And also to Warrior on his first race win. I would like to get a word with our current race winner, Float. Are you in here? Hey, great job. How you feeling right now after a race win? And how'd your race go for you? Anything specific you wanted to comment on? Any battles that you really enjoyed? Sure, of course. Well, job well done. Eagle Eye, second place. You have to be pretty happy with your podium finishes today, right? Okay. So, you know, you came into the race as the points leader, so a couple more podiums is going to probably pad that and help you going into the final race in 2 weeks as you fight for the championship. So, job well done there. And wanted to also comment to Scarhand with a third place finish. You got 2 podiums today as well, so that's impressive.
I got fourth in the first race, I think. But, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake.
Fourth and a third, but I'm pretty happy with that.
That was
good little battle at the end with Eagle Eye.
Yeah, you know what? I was a little excited after that battle. I saw that materializing, and the moves that were probably being considered, but then there was a bit of probably a deeper on the brakes than anticipated, and it kind of it didn't work out. But nonetheless, really, really good job. So
yeah, it was fun. Good fun, like always.
Yes, I would agree.
Easty, I apologize to him for not mentioning him as that first race podium finisher. So, job well done. So, anyways, I'm going to jump out of here, and I want to say thanks to everybody for being here today. Unfortunately, we had some no-shows. This is a shame, but I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to post my broadcast, my stream on the page and also to YouTube for those of you who want to see it on YouTube. So please,
excellent.
Check it out. And
Looking
again,
forward to it, man.
Great racing. You guys did an awesome job. Clean racing, good, fast, clean racing. So
thanks for putting this on, Mr. Speed Curves, Mr. Forza Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Spa in 2 weeks. So get ready for that one. That'll be a great race. We'll crown a champion, and it's gonna be good fun. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
You cheeky little man.
Good racing, everybody. That was good.
Okay, I'm going to sign off on my broadcast here. Again, this has been really fun. So 2 weeks time from today, we are going to have our final race at Spa, and we are going to see a battle for a championship, which I can tell you right now, Eagle Eye is going to be leading that and probably has a comfortable lead. So I don't have the points tallied up, but we'll see here shortly. Can you see I'm a little bit deep? Do you think I want to take the... I'm trying to do this, Macy. Do I walk up to you when you're doing your thing and shove stuff in your face? I don't get the Father of the Year award, in case anybody was wondering. So anyways, I'm going to sign off my broadcast, and we'll see you guys soon. I will post this on YouTube as well. So thanks for joining, and we will see you guys soon.